Welcome to Exams Daily, and this video is for today's current affairs, September 4th current affairs. And the first news is Jal Shakti Ministry launched Water Heroes Contest 2.0, and this is named as Water Heroes Share Your Stories 2.0 contest, and it's aimed to reach out to people with an important message of water conservation and management. And this is the main aim of this contest, water conservation and management. And this contest hope to encourage people and collect best practices in water conservation across the country. And all selected entries will be awarded a cash prize of rupees 10,000 and a certificate. And the Union Minister of Jal Shakti is Gajendra Singh Shekhawat. And the next news is Sikkim celebrated Pang Lobsang, a festival of cultural heritage and historical importance. And this is celebrated on 15th day of 7th month according to Tibetan calendar. They celebrated this festival to commemorate the construction of Mount Kanchenjunga, the guardian deity of the state. And more about Sikkim, Chief Minister is P.S. Gole and Governor is Ganga Prasad and capital of Sikkim is Gangtok. So, and that's it about this news. And next news is Jammu and Kashmir government set up Biodiversity Council to document the biodiversity of the Union Territory, and the setup is made up of 10-member Biodiversity Council, and the main aim is to document about this biodiversity in Union Territory. And this council will maintain a people biodiversity register, and it will help representatives from local governance bodies. This Biodiversity Council will function in consultation with National Biodiversity Authority as per an order issued by General Administration Department. And the next news is IISc Bangalore tops among 63 Indian institute the World University Ranking 2021. This World University Ranking 2021 is provided by THE and it is abbreviated as Time Higher Education. Time Higher Education is abbreviated as THE. It is in UK. United Kingdom has released this World University Ranking 2021, and it placed under group of 301 to 350 rankings. And the Indian Institute of Science IISc, which is in Bangalore tops among the 63 institutions that qualified for the ranking. And the topmost list is given to University of Oxford of UK. And following IISc are ranked globally in 301 to 350 band, where the Indian Institute of Technology Roper, Indian Institute of Technology Indore, and Banaras Hindu University and ICT Mumbai are also in the list. And the next news is Murali Ramakrishnan becomes new MD and CEO of South Indian Bank. And South Indian Bank has appointed Murali Ramakrishnan as Managing Director and CEO of its bank. And he is retired from ICICI Bank as a Senior General Manager at Strategic Project Group on May 30, 2020. And this bank got the Reserve Bank of India's approval for the appointment for a period of 3 years with an effort from October 1, 2020. And he represented the bank in the board of CIBIL and the Risk Advisory Board of Visa for the Asia Pacific. And more about South Indian Bank, headquarters is at Thrissur, which is in Kerala. And the tagline of this South Indian Bank is Experience Next Generation Banking. So maybe the questions are in the format of what is the tagline of South Indian Bank. So it is Experience Next Generation Banking, and or else they may give this tagline and may ask to you this tagline belongs to which bank. So likewise question may arise from this news. And now Murali Ramakrishnan becomes MD and CEO of South Indian Bank. And the next news is S. Krishnan becomes new MD and CEO of Punjab and Sindh Bank. Those who are preparing for bank examination, this is important news for you, and financial related news, unlike this managing director and CEO appointments are all important for your bank examination. So S. Krishnan has appointed as managing director and chief executive officer of Punjab and Sindh Bank, and he will replace S. Ravishankar. And prior to this elevation, he was an executive director at Canara Bank, a state-owned bank, and this appointment committee of cabinet has given permission to S. Harishankar to voluntarily retire with effect from date of notification of the acceptance. And more about Punjab Sind Bank, non-executive chairman is Dr. Charan Singh, and headquarters is at New Delhi, and tagline is where service is a way of life, and it is the tagline of Punjab and Sind Bank. And S. Krishnan has now become MD, Managing Director and CEO of Punjab and Sind Bank, and he is a former Executive Director of Canara Bank. And the next news is ACC approves appointment of VK Yadav as CEO of Railway Board. And ACC is abbreviated as Appointments Committee of the Cabinet. Appointment Committee of the Cabinet has approved the appointment of VK Yadav as Railway Board CEO. And the chairman and CEO will be the Trade Controlling Officer responsible for human resources with assistance from a DGHR. And more about Railway Ministry, and Union Minister of Railways is Piyush Goyal. And the next news is India to host summit of SCO Council on November 30, and SCO is abbreviated as Shanghai Cooperation Organization. And India is to host a summit of Council of Heads of SCO on November 30th, 2020. And India is in the planning of expanding its cooperation with the grouping. And India will observe SCO till 2005, and it became member on 2017 along with Pakistan. So SCO's member from 2017. So India has become SCO's member from 2017. And SCO will act as a good platform for India to strengthen its tie with extended neighborhood. And the next news is India-Russia sign an agreement on manufacturing AK-203 rifles. And the Defense Minister on the sidelines of SCO meet helps talk with this Russian counterpart Shoigu. During this meet, the leaders signed the AK-203 rifles deal. According to this deal, the rifles are to be produced in India under Make in India scheme. So these rifles are producing to India on behalf of Make in India scheme, and this rifle was provided to India with the help of Russia's support. And more about Russia, capital is Moscow and currency is Russian ruble. So and that's it about Russia. And the next news is US annual defense report, Chinese Navy the largest in the world. The United States recently published an annual report on Chinese military power. According to the report, the Chinese Navy is the world's largest in the world for military power. And this report says that the overall battle force of China is approximately 350 ships and submarines. And this includes 130 major surface combatants, and the hand of US Navy has approximately 293 ships as of early 2020. And the next news is Indian Grandmaster P. Inian clinches victory at prestigious World Open online chess tournament. Indian Grandmaster P. Inian has won this prestigious 48th annual World Open online chess tournament, and this was 48th World Online chess tournament, and P. Inian has won this prestigious award, and he scored 7.5 points out of 9 with 6 victories and draws to finish on top. A total number of 120 players from 16 countries participated in the event, which included more than 30 grandmasters. On the way to his title, Inian defeated grandmasters Badura Jabova of Georgia and Sam Savian Sergey of Ehrenberg of the USA and Isaac Ilya of Ukraine. And the next news is a book titled Let Us Dream, which is authored by Pope Francis. Pope Francis is set to release this book Let Us Dream in December 2020, and this book Pope Francis explains how a crisis can teach an individual to deal with problems they face in their life. He cites 3 major crises from his own personal life. So this book is on behalf of his experience in his own life. and this book explains about teach an individual to deal with problems they face in their daily lives. So it is a life oriented book and which is written by Pope Francis. And the next news is former England cricketer all-rounder David Capel passes away. David Capel, the former cricket all-rounder who played 15 test and 23 one-day internationals for England from 1987 to 1990, he passed away. He was appointed as a director of club in the wake of his retirement, and he served as assistant coach of the England women's team in 2013 and as a coach of Bangladesh women's team from 2016 to 2018. So he is former coach for England women's team in 2013 and Bangladesh women's team for 2016 to 18. And the next news is Prime Minister Narendra Modi addresses at US-India 2020 summit of USISPF. Prime Minister Narendra Modi delivered the special keynote address at the US-India 2020 summit through video conference. And the US-India Strategy Partnership Forum and USISPF is abbreviated as US-India Strategic Partnership Forum. And it is a non-profit organization that works for the partnership between India and US. And this is an organization which mainly works for US and India. The theme of the 5-day summit, and this is a 5-day summit and it is begin on 31st August, is US-India Navigation New Challenges. US-India Navigation New Challenges, it is the theme of this summit. And this addressing the summit, Narendra Modi said that global pandemic has impacted everyone and that it is the result testing our resilience, our public health system and our economic systems. And this is a speech given by Narendra Modi at this summit. And the next news is Sri Sadananda Gowda launches nutraceutical immunity boosting products under Pradhan Mantri Bharatiya Janaushadhi Pariyojana. Union Minister of Chemical and Fertilizers is Sadananda Gowda. He is Union Minister for Chemical and Fertilizers and he launched this nutraceutical immunity boosting system and he launched 8 immunity boosting products under Pradhan Mantri Bharatiya Janaushadhi Pariyojana for sale through Janaushadhi Kendras across country, and these products will help in boosting immunity of the people. He also informed that products are comparable in quality and cheaper by over 26% than market price. So it is 26% lower than market price. And the next news is DIIT develops Healthy Air, a herbal based immunity boosting room freshener. Defense Institute of Advanced Technology, DIIT is abbreviated as Defense Institute of Advanced Technology, a deemed to be university which is in Pune, has developed a herbal based immunity boosting room freshener project and it is named as Healthy Air and to contain spread of COVID-19. And this product is also experimented in aerodynamic state of an art laser based visualization lab for understanding the flow profile, formation of primary aerosol particles, aerosol breakdown thresholds as a function of particle size, particle density, etc. And it resulted that formation of secondary particles are not noticed, which result in poor dispersion of primary particles. And the next news is E-Foundation stone laid for National Training Academy for Rural Self-Development Training Institute in Bangalore. An E-Foundation stone laying ceremony of the new training institute building of National Academy of RUD-SETI NAR was held yesterday and the NAR undertook monitoring, mentoring and capacity building of the Rural Self-Employment Training Institute staffs. And 585 RSETIs are spread across 566 districts of the country, state by union territories, rural livelihood mission staffs and the concerned bank officials on behalf of the Ministry of Rural Development. And this training institute is laid foundation on behalf of Ministry of Rural Development. Yes, and that's it for today. And do follow our channel for more and more videos, and thanks for watching.